the bar lights start to dim. Whiskey warms my fingers while the night leans gently in. A soft breeze from the alley carries echoes down the street, and this old Chicago midnight keeps my heart in steady beat. A bluesman in the corner bends a note so slow and sweet. Warm vibrato floating upward like steam rising from the heat. The organ hums behind him, smooth and mellow, low and kind. And every tone he's playing feels like stories left behind. 'Cause these after-hours blues in Chicago tell the truth I can't explain. Every bourbon-scented moment helps me breathe through all the pain. Soft drums swaying, guitars praying, bassline rolling soft and deep. Yeah, these after-hours blues in Chicago hold the memories I keep. Bartender refills me with a nod that says he knows. He's seen 1,000 hearts get heavy when the city's lights turn low. Outside the moon is glowing on the puddles in the street, painted silver on the pavement where the lonely shadows meet. Shimmering warm and round, a tender slide answering the organ, notes drifting like footsteps on rain-soaked ground. Ending with a quiet, glowing chord that eases the whole room down. No, I'm not looking for closure, just a moment to feel real. And this late-night Chicago comfort knows exactly how I feel. Yeah, these after-hours blues in Chicago wrap around me when I'm low. Every shadow on the sidewalk feels like someone I used to know. Deep bass humming, heartstrings strumming, let the warm night guide me through. Yeah, these after-hours blues in Chicago play the truth in shades of blue. Guitar fades like whispered secrets, streetlights shimmer soft and sweet, and the night keeps singing softly down on quiet Halsted Street. I sit alone where the night and city meet. Organ hums softly like a friend long gone. Guitar bends gently, singing my song. The bartender nods, pours me a quiet smile. I linger here, lost in the moment a while. Drums tap easy, bass hums a slow heartbeat. Every note wraps me in a midnight retreat. Oh, lonesome streetlight, shine on me tonight. Blues creeping slow under the neon light. Every riff, every wail of the string tells the story of sorrow and everything. Shadows dancing on a wooden floor, voices fading through the barroom door. The city sighs under a velvet sky, while guitar cries softly, letting out a sigh. Quiet hum. Call and response with organ chords, ends on a gentle sustain, fading into the night. No fortune, no fame, just the blues in my veins. Every chord a whisper, every note eases the pain. Bar lights flicker, shadows intertwine. Every melody reminds me I'm still alive. Yes, lonesome streetlight, tonight. Blues creeping slow under the neon light. Every riff, every wail of the string tells the story of sorrow and everything. Guitar fades, organ hums low. I step out where the midnight breezes blow. City sleeps, but the blues remains near. Every note of comfort, every bend sincere. flicker in the alley haze. In the alley haze, I sat by the bar, lost in a smoky maze. The organ whispers low, like a secret untold, while the guitar bends slow, warm and bold. Glass in my hand, the amber light glows. Every sip recalls the highs and the lows. Drums brush softly, bass hums a deep tune. The night stretches on under a velvet moon. Oh, midnight pour, keep my heart in your sway. Blues crawling slow, chasing my cares away. Every wail of the guitar, every band in the stream tells a story of love, loss, and everything. I watch shadows dance on the wooden floor, laughter and sighs behind every door. The city hums gently in a quiet embrace, while the guitar sings sweet, filling the space. Melodic bends with smooth vibrato, subtle call and response with the organ, soft slides and warm sustain, like city lights glinting on wet streets. Fades gently, leaving the organ to hum the final note. No gold, no fame, just the rhythm of the night. Every note a candle, every chord a light. The bar whispers secrets, the blues tells the truth. Every sorrow eased, every memory soothed. Yes, midnight pour, keep my heart in your sway. Blues crawling slow, chasing my cares away. Every wail of the guitar, every band in the street tells a story of love, loss, and everything. Guitar fades, organ hums low. I step into the streets where the soft winds blow. City sleeps, but I feel alive. With the blues in my soul, I survive. above the city streets. I trace the rhythm of a heart that softly beats. Whiskey warms the corners of my hands, while shadows dance like forgotten bands. Smoke rings in moonlight, slow and blue. Guitar cries where the night drifts through. Organ hums and the bass sighs low. Drums whisper secrets only lovers know. Flicker on the worn-out floor. Every face I see has a story and more. The night drifts past like a gentle train, carrying my blues, my love, my pain. Smoke rings in moonlight, slow and blue. Guitar cries where the night drifts through. Organ hums and the bass sighs low. Drums whisper secrets only lovers know. Side streets glisten in a silver glow. I wander alone, letting the melody flow. Every chord bends like a whispered sigh. Every note asks the city why. Smoke rings in moonlight, slow and blue. Guitar cries where the night drifts through. Organ hums and the bass sighs low. Drums whisper secrets only lovers know. Only lovers know. lights of Clark Street, whiskey warming in my hand, boots soaking in the heat. The city hums a lullaby, low and steady through the night, and the blues slide from a guitar like a soft electric light. There's a singer in the corner with a voice like worn out leather, telling stories about the lovers who just couldn't stay together. The organ floats behind him like a sigh the wind might keep, warm and deep like the comfort that a man finds when he's weak. 'Cause these blue glass nights in Chicago feel like home to a heart that roams. Every neon flicker whispers all your troubles can come home. Trains roll distant, baseline persistent, keeping time with my shadows beat. Yeah, these blue glass nights in Chicago pull the truth at my tired feet. A woman laughs beside me with a hint of smoke and grace. Says she's seen 1,000 heartbreaks in this same old crowded place. The bartender nods slowly, wipes a glass and smiles thin. Says the bar's heard more confessions than the church across from him. Warm vibrato lingering long, notes floating through the ballroom haze like they're searching for where they belong. A gentle call and answer with the organ's mellow tone, ending on a tender bend that feels like heading home. I ain't looking for redemption, just a moment to feel whole. And these late night Chicago whispers wrap their arms around my soul. Yeah, these blue glass nights in Chicago know the secrets that I hold. Every sorrow tastes like a whiskey, every memory like gold. Trains keep humming, hard drums strumming to the rhythm of a life undone. Yeah, these blue glass nights in Chicago, let the blues and I be one. The guitar fades to a whisper, street lights shimmer soft and low. The night keeps gently singing through the veins of Chicago. flicker like a heartbeat in the night. I sip my bourbon, let the city hold me tight. Neon signs are painting colors on the rain. Every drop a story, every shadow knows my pain. Midnight alley blues, slow and low. Guitar bending notes where the warm winds blow. Organ hums, drums whisper in the dark. I'm chasing memories, leaving my mark. Leaving my mark. Barroom chatter fades into a lonely tune. Smoke curls around me like a lazy monsoon. Your laughter haunts the corners of my mind, but in this bluesy night, some solace I find. Midnight alley blues, slow and low. Guitar bending notes where the warm winds blow. Organ hum, drums whisper in the dark. I'm chasing memories, leaving my mark. Leaving my mark. The city sleeps, but my soul still roams, finding solace in the blues, far from home. Every chord I play is a shadow of a sigh, every note a question. Midnight alley blues, slow and low. Guitar bending notes where the warm winds blow. Organ hums, drums whisper in the dark. I'm chasing memories, leaving my mark. Leaving my mark. lights are humming down on Michigan Ave. Rain's tap dancing on the sidewalk like it's got something to prove. I pull my coat in closer, feel that midnight wind blow through, and every shadow on these corners reminds me of you. There's a bluesman by the station, strumming slow and low. His amp's a little broken, but man, he makes it glow. I toss $1 in his case, he nods and starts to grin. Says, son's the heartache that you're feeling, that's where real blues begin. Cause these midnight streets of Chicago know every secret that I keep, every warm embrace I wasted, every promise I couldn't keep. But I'm walking, slow-paced talking to the rhythm of the city's flow. Yeah, the midnight streets of Chicago still got a hold on my soul. I hear an organ softly float from a corner smoky bar, bassline rolling steady like an old familiar scar. The drummer taps a whisper, the guitar bends a tear, and for a moment I remember how it felt when you were here. Forget you, but honey, that ain't tonight. This empty arms still reach for you in the glow of every street light. Yeah, the midnight streets of Chicago know every story left untold, all the nights we spent together, all the warmth that's now gone cold. Still I'm walking, hearts unlocking, letting every blue note show. Cause the midnight streets of Chicago still got a hold on my soul. Guitar sighs a final whisper, like it knows I'm letting go. These midnight streets keep singing in that deep Chicago glow. Michigan Avenue, street lamps shimmer, painted silver through the blue. I sit alone, whiskey warm in my hands, thinking about the times we slipped through these lands. Velvet rain, take me slow. Guitar bands where the city lights glow. Organ hums in a shadowed night. Drums whisper soft, everything feels right. Bar stools creak, the piano sighs a tune. Smoke curls like memories beneath the moon. Every chord I play is a story untold. Every note a heartbeat, fragile, bold. Velvet rain, take me slow. Guitar bends where the city lights glow. Organ hums in a shadowed night. Drums whisper soft, everything feels right. Glisten with secrets of the night. I trace your laughter in the amber streetlight. Slow blues echo in every passing car, and I hum along, wishing on a distant star. Velvet rain, take me slow. Guitar bends where the city lights glow. Organ hums in the shadow night. Drums whisper soft, everything feels right. Neon lights are dripping, rain is kissing the street. I step into a dim lit bar where strangers and memories meet. A glass of whiskey warms my hand, slow chords fill the air, and the city hums around me like it knows I'm standing there. A man in the corner bends his stride, each note a gentle cry. Vibrato floating softly like smoke beneath the night sky. The organ hums behind him, mellow and tenderly, and the rhythm of the ballroom feels like home to me. These blues smoke on State Street carry all I can't explain. Every sip of bourbon, every aching note melts into the rain. Soft drums tapping, bass line rapping, laughs beside me, telling tales of distant days. Her eyes like flickering lanterns in the amber barroom haze. Outside the city glimmers, puddles shine beneath the lights. But inside this warm barroom, everything feels right. Slows her bends with warm vibrato. Sustains. Notes rise and fall like footsteps on wet streets. Ends with a gentle slide, fading into mellow organ chords. I'm not looking for salvation, just a quiet place tonight. In this bar, this music, everything feels right. Say every glance, every quiet confession floats along the smoky way. Bass low rumbling, soft drums mumbling, guitar crying through the night. Yes, these blues smoke on State Street. Keep me in their light. Keep me in their light. The guitar fades to silence, the organ sighs its tune, and I step back onto the pavement under a patient silver moon. Smoke curls in the doorway as the moon hangs soft and low. The bartender wipes a glass down, moving gentle, moving slow. I slide onto a bar stool with a heart that's worn and bruised, and the city hums around me with that midnight Bourbon Blues. A guitarist near the corner bends a note like melting rain. Warm vibrato shaking softly like a whisper shaped from pain. The organ breeze behind him, smooth as shadows on the floor, and every tone reminds me of the nights you closed that door. 'Cause these midnight Bourbon Blues in Chicago know the truth behind my smile. Every sip feels like forgiveness, every memory stays a while. Soft drums tapping, streetlights mapping all the paths my heart's been through. Yeah, these midnight Bourbon Blues in Chicago play the song I never knew. within. I swirl all the amber liquor, watch it shimmer in the light, like a tiny burning sunrise in the middle of the night. Gently, vibrato glowing, soft and long. A call and answer with the organ, like two old friends in the same song. Then a tender sliding phrase that settles the whole room down. No, I'm not searching for redemption, just a place to feel at ease. And Chicago's midnight comfort holds me steady when I freeze. Yeah, these midnight bourbon blues in Chicago know the stories that I hide. Every lonely note that lingers feels like you here by my side. Deep bass rolling, truth unfolding, let the warm night soak me through. Yeah, these midnight bourbon blues in Chicago. Know exactly what I do. The last chord fades to silence, streetlights glow a golden hue, and I walk into the darkness with the blues still shining true. Lights of pain and shadows on the wall. I'm nursing this bottle, thinking about it all. Footsteps echo softly down the empty street. Every lonely heart has a rhythm, every soul a beat. Neon smoke and whiskey nights, guitar crying under city lights. Slow wind blowing through my soul. I'm just a wanderer, trying to feel whole. Bar stools creak as old tales unfold. Every glass I lift, another story told. Your memory lingers in the smoky haze, like a haunted melody that never fades. Neon smoke and whiskey nights, guitar crying under city light. Slow wind blowing through my soul. I'm just a wanderer, trying to feel whole. and hope you hear the tune. Every chord I bend is a whisper to the night, a story of longing, of love out of sight. Neon smoke and whiskey nights, guitar crying under city lights, slow wind blowing through my soul. I'm just a wanderer trying to feel whole. Signs are flickering above this old town bar. Whiskey in my glass reflecting blues from a steel guitar. City breeze slips through the doorway, cool as midnight rain. And every sip I'm taking just reminds me of your name. There's an old man at the counter, humming low like a bass line. Says the nights feel longer lately, but the blues still treat him fine. The organ hums behind us, soft and gentle, warm and slow, like the heartbeat of Chicago in the quiet afterglow. 'Cause these whiskey lights in Chicago shine the truth I can't deny. Every memory tastes like bourbon, every breath's a tired sigh. Slow drums tapping, shadows wrapping round the corners where I roam. Yeah, these whiskey lights in Chicago make this old bar feel like home. Streetcars echo in the distance as the night grows deep and wide. And I swear I hear your laughter in the hum of cars outside. Guitar bends through the speakers, warm as smoke and sweet as pain, pulling stories from my chest like it knows what still remains. Vibrato glowing at the edges, a gentle call and response with the organ, ending on a warm fading bend that melts back into the verse. I'm not searching for forgiveness, just a place to ease my mind. And this bar, this night, this city treats a broken man real kind. Yeah, these whiskey lights in Chicago know the stories I've concealed. Every heartbreak hits me softer when the blues feel deep bass rolling, soul unfolding. Let the warm night take control. 'Cause these whiskey lights in Chicago still pour comfort in my soul. Glass half empty, guitar fading, street lights whisper soft and low, and the blues keeps gently glowing in the heart of Chicago. The cold wind hits my jacket as I step in from the rain. Bar lights glow like little halos through the city's quiet pain. I take a seat beside the counter, order whiskey slow and neat, and the blues from some old strap slide like smoke around my feet. There's a singer near the doorway with a voice rough as a night. Every word he drops is heavy, but it lands just right. The organ hums behind him like a low and steady tide, and the rhythm of the city keeps the sorrow close beside. 'Cause these cold nights on the south side know the truth I can't disguise. Every quiet sip of bourbon brings a memory to my eyes. Soft drums swaying, guitars praying, bass notes rolling deep and wide. Yeah, these cold nights on the south side pull the blues from where A couple laughs beside me, sharing stories across the bar, and I wonder what it feels like not to carry wounds that far. Outside the rain starts slowing, neon melting into gold, and a warmth grows in the shadows where the city never gets old. A smooth band rising softly, vibrato glowing warm and long. Notes flow like falling raindrops in a late night alley song. A tender slide answers the organ's mellow sigh, ending on a trembling tone that feels like saying goodbye. I know just a place to rest my bones, and this bar, this night, this city makes me feel I'm not alone. Yeah. standing men. Streetlights glowing, truth still flowing. Let the midnight blues decide. Yeah, these cold nights on the south side stay forever by my side. The last chord fades to darkness. Footsteps echo down the street. And Chicago keeps on singing in a rhythm low and sweet. Lanterns flicker down on empty streets. I sip my bourbon, taste the night in beats. Shadows sway like ghosts of yesterday. Every note I play just blows the pain away. Midnight lanterns glow so slow. Guitar bends where the city winds blow. Organ hums, bass drifts deep and low. Drums whisper soft in the quiet flow. Barroom chatter fades like a distant song. Every soul around me seems to belong. Smoke curls around the dim-lit chairs. Stories floating lightly in the midnight air. Midnight lantern glow so slow. Guitar bends where the city winds blow. Organ hums, bass drifts deep and low. Drums whisper soft in the quiet flow. Cars hum beneath the glowing night. I wander, letting the blues take flight. Every chord a sigh, every note a glance, every bend a memory, every slide a chance. Midnight lanterns glow so slow. Guitar bends where the city soft in the quiet flow. Neon glows through the misty rain on Michigan Avenue. I slide into a shadow bar. This place feels half empty, half true. Whiskey in my glass whispers hopes I can't ignore, and the hum of the city outside whispers of something more. A man in the corner plays his strap with a gentle, trembling hand. Each band's a soft confession, each note's a distant land. The organ hums a lullaby, drifting slow like a memory. And I feel each breath between the strings, the heart of this city. 'Cause these nightfall blues on Michigan Avenue know the weight I carry in my soul. Every sip of bourbon, every stolen moment feels like healing and losing control. Soft drums tapping, bass line rapping around my broken, restless mind. Yes, these nightfall blues on Michigan Avenue are the only peace I ever find. There's a woman at the end, looking out through a smoky haze. She lifts her glass to the lights, lost in gentle, distant days. Outside the storefront shimmer in the puddles on the street, and this old barroom cradle rocks me with a steady aching beat. Like a whisper in the night, long warm vibrato on sustained notes glowing in the air. Call and response between guitar and organ. The guitar bends, the organ sustains, ends on a gentle slide down, resolving into a soft, mellow chord. I ain't looking for redemption, I just want a place to rest. In this city's quiet comfort, I feel something in my chest. And if the night is long and I can't make it right, I'll lean into the blues under these every silent promise floats like smoke and drifts away. Deep bass rolling, hearts keep strolling through the alleys of my mind. Yes, these nightfall blues on Michigan Avenue are the refuge I'm too tired to find. The guitar fades into shadows, the organ sighs real slow, and I walk back toward the sidewalk under a street lamp's golden glow. Rain lingers on the pavement, the city hums soft and low, but those nightfall blues on Michigan Avenue stay with me wherever I go. Low lights glowing amber in this back room late tonight. Whiskey swirling in my glass, turning shadows into light. A slow blues on the jukebox paints the corners warm and blue, and every quiet note that rings pulls me right back into you. Bartender wipes the counter with a calm familiar grace, says he's seen 100 heartaches walk right through this same old place. The organ hums behind us like a soft and steady breeze, and the city outside whispers through the rustling of the leaves. 'Cause these Chicago backroom whispers know the truths I try to hide. Every bourbon loud confession finds its way from deep inside. Soft drums breathing, bass line weaving, guitar crying smooth and slow. Yeah, these Chicago backroom whispers are the only home I know. Your perfume lingers faintly in the cracks of memory's door, and I swear I hear your laughter float across the creaking floor. A lonely man keeps strumming near the window, tired and thin, and the warmth inside his vibrato feels like someone let him in. Like slow footsteps footsteps on a midnight sidewalk, ending with a tender slide. It settles back into silence. No, I'm not chasing forgiveness, just a place to rest my mind. In this quiet room at midnight, treats a broken soul real kind. Yeah, these Chicago backroom whispers wrap around me when I'm low. Every sigh the city offers feels like someone saying slow. Bassline rumbling, heart on crumbling, let the warm night take control. 'Cause these Chicago backroom whispers still light embers in my soul. Guitar fade soft and weary, streetlight shimmer through the door, and the blues keeps gently breathing in this city I adore. Streetlights shimmer on Halsted, puddles mirror the glow. I step into a quiet bar where the jazz and blues move slow. Whiskey in my hand whispers secrets I can't say, and the hum of the city keeps my lonely blues at bay. A man in the corner bends his strap with a gentle, tender hand. Vibrato warm and glowing, floating soft across the land. The organ hums behind him, mellow tones in low relief. And the rhythm of this room sows the ache beneath my grief. These late night blues on Halsted know the truths I can't confide. Every sip of bourbon, every note of sorrow flows with the night outside. Bassline rolling, drums keep strolling, guitar bending through the gloom. Yes, these late night blues on Halsted fill the shadowed room. A woman laughs at the jukebox, sharing stories near the bar. Her eyes are full of old memories, shining like a star. Outside the city shivers, rain dripping from the signs. But inside this small bar room, everything feels fine. Slow bands, warm Notes rise and fall like footsteps on wet streets. Call and response between guitar and organ ends with a soft slide, fading into the ambient organ tones. Ooh, I'm not seeking redemption, just a place to rest my bones. In this bar, this music, I feel I'm not alone. Yeah, these late night blues on Halsted hold the stories I can't tell. Every quiet glance, every whispered memory floats along in the barroom spell. Bass low rumbling, drums softly mumbling, guitar crying through the night. Yes, these late night blues on Halsted keep me in their light. The guitar fades to silence, the organ sighs a gentle tune, and I step into the midnight under a pale and patient moon. Streets asleep but full of dreams. I sit alone at the bar, sipping whiskey and moonbeams. The hum of the organ fills the smoky, quiet air, while the guitar bends slowly, every note a whispered prayer. Trains rumble in the distance, but they can't break the calm. Drums tap gentle rhythms, like a lullaby in my palm. A stranger laughs nearby, and the bass hums low and deep. Here in this dim lit corner, the city's secrets keep. To my weary soul, every bending note, every trembling chord helps a broken heart feel whole. Guitar cries, organ sighs, drums whisper soft and slow. Yes, these midnight on Halsted blues are the only friends I know. A waitress pours another round, her smile a fleeting spark. Shadows dance along the walls, painting stories in the dark. I think of loves I've lost, dreams I've left behind, but the music here in Halsted eases my restless mind. response with organ chords, soft and fluid. Phrases rise and fall like the river reflecting city lights. Ends with a slide fading into the organ's lingering hum. I'm not chasing fortune, fame, or fame, just a corner where the blues call my name, where the night wraps around me like velvet, and every note feels heaven sent. Yes, these midnight on Halsted blues creep into my weary soul. Every bending note, every trembling chord helps a broken heart feel whole. Guitar cry, organ sigh, drums whisper soft and slow. Yes, these midnight on Halsted blues are the only friends I know. The guitar fades, organ sighs, I step into the midnight air. City lights flicker like a heartbeat, and the night leaves me there. Ceiling low, neon flickers on the wall. I cradle a glass of bourbon, listening to the nightfall call. Every note from the guitar bends like the city streets outside, and the organ whispers softly where my quiet thoughts resided. A man slides a strap across the strings, warm vibrato fills the air. Trains rumble far down by the tracks, but here nothing else compares. Soft drums tap, bass hums low, a rhythm only the night could know. And in this dim lit corner, I let all my troubles go. These Riverwind Blues keep me company through the alleys and the rain. Every bending note, every whispered chord carries both my joy and pain. Guitar weeps, organ sighs, drums heartbeat slow and deep. Yes, these Riverwind Blues will follow me when I sleep. A waitress smiles, pours another round. Her laughter mingles with the tune. The city's humming distant lights paint shadows in the room. I think of love lost long ago, and dreams I let slip away. But here in this warm bar room, the music makes me stay. soft slide fading into the organ sustain. I'm not chasing fortune, fame or fame, just a quiet corner in this game where the blues can wrap around my soul and let the night make me whole. Yes, these Riverwind Blues stay with me through the silence and the rain. Every bending note, every whispered chord carries both my joy and pain. Guitar weeps, organ sighs, drums heartbeat slow and deep. Yes, these Riverwind Blues will follow me when I sleep. The last note lingers, organ fades. I step outside into the night. City lights shimmer on the river, and everything feels right.
The streets of Wabash, neon shimmering in the night. I slip into a quiet bar. The world outside fades from sight. A glass of bourbon warms my hand. A slow sigh leaves my chest, and the hum of this old city wraps my restless heart to rest. A man in the corner bends his strap, each note a whispered tale, vibrato soft and glowing, like a memory in the pale. The organ hums behind him, mellow tones and tender flow, and the rhythm of this barroom lets my weary spirit go. These whispers on Wabash know the stories I can't speak. Every lonely glance, every borrowed moment floats in amber light and streak. Drums soft tapping, bass line rapping, guitar bending through the haze. Yes, these whispers on Wabash fill this shadow space. A woman at the bar is laughing, lost in memories and song. Her eyes are pools of history where every soul belongs. Outside the city shivers under rain and street lamp glow, but inside this small barroom everything feels slow. Vibrato, notes stretching like whispers, call and response with organ, gentle dialogue of sound. Phrases rise and fall like footsteps on wet streets, hands with a soft slide fading into mellow organ tones. I'm not searching for salvation, just a place to rest my mind. And in this bar, this music, a little peace I find. Yeah, these whispers on Wabash hold the truths I keep inside. Every sip of bourbon, every quiet confession floats with the night outside. Soft drums rumbling, bass lines mumbling, guitar bending through the gloom. Yes, these whispers on Wabash fill this quieted room. Oh, the last notes fade to silence. The organ sighs a gentle tune, and I step into the midnight under a patient silver moon.